Sam taught me how to do that. Mic moving was lesson 1. Stool moving is number 2. I heard some people talking the other day and said, man, wouldn't it be cool if life had a soundtrack? And I was like, man, that would be cool. But then I thought, what if your soundtrack sucked? What if it was just like a 24-hour loop of Boy George? Do you really want to hurt me? I'm like, yes. Yes, I do. What's Burger Life the other day? I don't know if anybody in here's ever been to Burger Life. They give you a blank menu and a pen to fill out like it's a damn job application. I finished ordering my food. I felt qualified to work there. My buddy was looking at my order and he was like, man, you really need to watch what you eat. I was like, man, screw you. I don't care. He was like, well, you are what you eat. And I was like, really? You're gay? That explains why you're a dick. I've been doing this for about 6 weeks now, and I'm loving it up here. I think I do pretty well. My girlfriend says I do great, but then again, she thinks I'm sexy, so apparently she's dumb. But other people's laughter is definitely a drug, and I am an addict. But I also realized I'm a YouTube whore. My girlfriend started filming my sets, and I decided to put them online. And then I didn't think it would affect me, but every 6 hours I'm checking. I'm like, did I get comments? How many views do I have? I got somebody subscribed to me. I thought it was a fucking Super Bowl party. I'm like, yay! Oh, it's June. It means it's about 6 months after winter, so all those winter pregnancies are starting to show. There's pregnant women everywhere. And they're like, oh, look at my baby. Look, you can see it kick. You can see it kick. And to them, it's beautiful. It's life. But I was traumatized by the movie Alien as a child. So I'm just looking for that John Hurt moment when the alien's like, got kicked out of LSU. I had an altercation with one of my psychology TAs. She asked me to pose a dilemma for her. I said, if you didn't have feet, would you wear socks? She goes, no. I said, why do you wear a bra? But I'm trying to go back to school right now. I'm looking at a bunch of different colleges. But I've realized recently, at least for me, that colleges are a lot like women. The cheap ones are the only ones that call me back, and the nice ones I can look at all day, but I'm not getting into any of them. I was flipping through the channels the other night. They were doing a replay of the Republican debates. I was watching it 15 minutes before I realized, this isn't Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Like Sam said, I'm a waiter at Outback. And I love my job. I love dealing with customers, but Richard made me think of the kids. Like, when you're waiting tables and they get kids at the table, it's always fun. You interact with the kids and the parents give you good tips, because, like I've said before, waiters are whores. But I always do the, give me 5, give me 5. The kids give me 5. I walked up to a table the other day, had this little 2-year-old girl. I'm like, give me 5, and she got real serious look on her face, and she goes, and I'm like, all right, I'll fist bump her. I'm like, all right, I'll fist bump her. She's like, I look at the mom, and the mom's like, I look at the dad, and he's like, yeah. But I don't know if any of you spend a lot of time around young children, but their jokes are fucking horrible. They don't get the point of unexpected punchlines, so they're usually pretty bad. But I was waiting on a table and had this little kid looking at our kids menu, and one of the Outback mascots is Danny the Dingo. And he's sitting there, and I see his finger on the word dingo, and he's looking at it, looking off into space, looking at it, looking off into space. I get to taking their order, I get around to him, and I'm like, what you want to eat, kid? And he's like, what do you call a dingo with no legs? And I was like, what? He's like, a don't go. I'm like, what? Like, for a 6-year-old, that's fucking comic genius. George Carlin reincarnated right there. I was like, I've been doing this for 6 weeks, and that kid got me beat. But I love kids, and not to copy off of Richard there, but I love kids. I used to be a daycare teacher, 14 4-year-olds, 12 boys and 2 girls. And like he said, kids are like adults. Some are awesome, some of them are not. Of the 2 girls in the class, one of them, there's no other way for me to say it than she was the class slut as a 4-year-old. Because she would drag the little boys behind the slide, and she'd be like, show me your PT and I'll show you mine. They'd show her theirs, and she'd be like, I'm out. And she did this to like every kid in the class. And then she tell on them. once you go, Josh showed me his TT. I'm like, what a bitch. They had a little boy in the class. I did this my senior year right after football season, and one of my football coach's sons was in my class. His name was Teague. And first of all, who the hell names their kid Teague? But the kid was a dick, and his mom worked at the daycare, and he was like, you better be nice to me, I'm gonna tell my mom. You better be nice to me, I'm gonna tell my dad. And he was just a dick to other kids, and if you tried to correct him, he's like, I'll tell my mom. And I was like, oh, cut a bitch. But literally, this kid was an asshole. Like, I really wished I was British just so I could say, this kid's a cunt. But yeah, waiters are whores. Not that we're taking a shot in the mouth under the table, but we will do what is necessary to get a good tip. I had some gay guys come in the other day, and I'm like, I thought I'd do a little filming on them. Hey guys, how are you? My name's Luke, I'll be your server today. And one of the guys is like, oh, I'm gonna pay for the meal, just make sure you give me the check when it comes. I'm like, all right. The other guy goes to the bathroom, I start flirting with him, like, hey big daddy, hi. You know, I'm talking to him, I'm turning it on. All my fat bear charm, because in the gay community, this is sexy. But he apparently liked it because when he got up, underneath his plate, $20 bill with his phone number on it.
Is that a true story?
It's a true story. But like the pulling off the gay thing successfully, because I think my girlfriend's trying to turn me gay. She's making me watch all these Say Yes to the Dress and My Fair Wedding, Project Runway, and I'm like, oh, great. I saw this hot girl the other day, and I didn't go, wow, that girl's hot. I went, wow, those shoes don't match that dress.
Project Runway was your idea.
Tell people. Went and saw Rock of Ages last night. Oh, yay. It was a Glee movie. And I kept going, oh, it's a Glee movie, oh, it's a Glee movie. My girlfriend's like, it's not like Glee. It's not like Glee. I'm like, it's the Glee movie, the whole movie. I keep saying that. She keeps going, no, it's not, no, it's not. Final song, it's like the epitome of rock. And they're like, this is the greatest rock song ever. Don't Stop Believing My Journey. Oh! She's like, fuck, it's a Glee movie. But no, Tom Cruise, shirtless the entire movie. And I know it's a little weird for me to notice, but his nipples were like that long. And I would have noticed except for like every 5 minutes a girl latches onto one of them. And I'm like, alright, that's kind of weird. He's just greased down and wet the whole movie. It's like every time it's like cut, bucket of water. Alright, go. Tom Cruise played a really aging, out-of-date entertainer who just says really weird shit that makes people uncomfortable and like doesn't know where he is half the time. So I was like, oh, he's playing himself. But it was a decent movie. But they used actors to play singers, and voices were not there. Like Tom Cruise had the best singing voice of anybody. Seeing him do Wanted Dead or Alive, I was like, he actually kind of nailed it. I was like, all right, impressive. Let's see. Went and saw Snow White and the Huntsman also. If none of you have seen this movie, it's pretty good. I actually liked it. I couldn't figure out who I wanted to bang more, Charlize Theron or Chris Hemsworth. It was, because really, Kristen Stewart, apparently the person who thinks she's the fairest in the land was fucking Stevie Wonder. But the movie was good. The best part was the dwarves. The dwarves were played by regular actors that they shrunk down for the part. And all I kept thinking was, wow, I think the Lollipop Guild is pissed. But the dwarves come in, first thing they do, start beating the shit out of Snow White and the Huntsman, tying them up, and I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna rape Snow White? My girlfriend goes, hey, what's red with 7 dents in it? And I said, what? She said, Snow White's cherry. All right, thank you all for coming out. I hope you have a good time.